Soulmask, a new open-world survival game coming out, here to rival the likes of Ark Survival Ascended and things like Rust and Conan Exiles. Soulmask is an open-world game based around like Aztec lore and history, and fortunately enough, I got to play a little bit of it before it's coming out in the next week, and I have a few things to say. So this is going to be my honest review. I'm not getting paid. Like, I'm not even affiliated with these people, but this is my honest review. If this is your first time here, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So Soulmask is coming out on the 31st on its early release, and it's kind of looking like it might be a good game. So I got to play it for a few hours, and initially going right into it with no knowledge about the game at all, didn't do any research. It kind of ended up being a fun experience to play. I played it for a couple of hours, and the game was kind of pretty good for an early access game. Game is very based around this whole mask concept, where you're built in with a mask, where you make your character, you choose one of these masks, and when you do choose the mask, it gives you different skill traits that you can learn. Some masks help you be super strong, and there's just different things in all these masks, which is pretty good because it gives you kind of like an MMORPG where there's different class type things. And then talking about classes, this game kind of has really good combat. So the combat is super different. I did really enjoy it. It's kind of, again, it's like an MMORPG where each weapon set gives you a different weapon class. We saw something like this in Conan Exiles, but in Conan it wasn't as in-depth as this is, and I feel like this has like a lot of potential and could potentially be a very good mechanics, and PvP would be awesome. That's the thing. Things like this make PvP in games a very good concept, and it shows why we should have PvP, because it's just more fun and it's more skill based and not just who has the better weapon. At first glance, you get the vibe that it's like just another ripoff of Conan Exiles mixed with a little bit of Ark and things like that. But it does have its own elements as well. The systems are very different in the way that it's based, and it feels almost like you're playing an MMORPG with all your favorite things from games like Conan and Ark Survival Ascended. And looking at the game as a whole, the game looks pretty well made. I didn't run into any bugs for all the time I played it. It was super easy to install, but then again, this was just an early access like demo bundle. So when the full game comes out, it's gonna be way bigger. There's gonna be way more potential for bugs and things. But overall, the game build was very sound and it worked very well on my PC. And I had everything on epic settings and I didn't lag at all. And this was me playing on an online server with like, I think there was like 70, 80 people on there. The map that's available is super huge. It's the biggest map I've seen in quite a while, and it's good because it has everything, but then again, it's bad because where do we go from here? If this map has everything we need, and this game is based around the whole Aztec lore, what else can we add? The only thing I see we can add is maybe we can add the freaking British coming to conquer, and like that's the next chapter, because it's so rooted in the lore and the history of this, and it's like when you're doing something that's so based in reality, it's very hard to like base it in like fiction again. In saying that, there are lots of bosses and world bosses that are obviously fiction, but it's like there's a sense of reality to it that makes it kind of like alluring for a player like me, because I like games like this, but then again, when it's more rooted into reality, it draws me in just that little bit more. And that's why when Ark started going all like, you know, tech this, tech that, I kind of said, I'm losing a little bit of that super love for it, and I just went back to just loving it the most I've ever loved anything else, right? In the future again, when they release things like new masks, because on their system they have, the whole game is based on these masks. On the website they have this page that's saying, hey, there's gonna be new masks in the future. When you release the masks, are they going to be paid DLCs, or are they going to just be base game, you can play them? We see this in MMORPGs where it's like, they release new classes, but they're locked behind a paywall. Is this what they intend to do? Because if we can see signs of this before the game is even launched, that's not good in any way, shape, or form. I feel like that's kind of like, well, you're already showing us that you're in it for the money. And when it comes to the learning curve of the game, I found that it was kind of hard to learn the mechanics in the menus. But there was something that I did like about it, was the fact that when you start, they do have kind of like a tutorial achievement objective thing for you. So you actually have objectives that you have to go and like do, which is good because we know games like Ark, they just throw you in there and expect you, hey, look, dinosaurs, water, sharks, do what you gotta do. But this game actually gives you like some objectives to do, which helps you learn the menus and learn the things you have to do and how to craft things. But in the menu, in terms of like the engrams and things, when I had to learn about new engrams, it was crazy because I'm learning about new engrams, but there is so much clutter. So the system has so much clutter. It's like, to make a strand of string, you have to go through like 4 different stages, which is just kind of stupid to me. It shouldn't be that hard to make the simplest gear. And when you do craft gears, depending on your skill traits, in most games, when you want to make something that's very special, you either have to go find it or you have to find the blueprint or something like that. But in this game, you can make the highest tier of something off luck. Like, it's just off luck. Like, off luck, you can make the highest tier of something, which to me is like, that takes away some of the grind. And most people who play these open world games love the grind. So if I can just make the highest tier and the highest damage of something just off the sense of luck, then what's the point of me going to farm things? So that to me is kind of like a drawback in the terms of, don't make the game really easy. And another drawback that I found was, as soon as you set down like a campfire, you already get an instant tamed troll, which is like, why are you giving me so many things? Like, how hard is this game supposed to be that you're giving me all these things so early on? And then when you get that troll, one of your objectives is to literally set it on automation. Bruh, we just started and I already have automation? Like, I don't need to do anything? That to me is kind of like, it takes away the grind. It's fun when it's like, okay, I have to get to level 40, I have to build a base, I have to go get this specific thing to then get this automation. But when it's like, here you go, automation, it kind of just takes the vibe out of it. I feel like giving people access to these things super early on, it takes away the, like, people want to go explore the world and go farm and do all these things. But if something is doing it for you and you don't have to do it yourself, why bother? We're playing a game on PC. I don't want to be doing idle worlds and an AFK boss or whatever. Like, no, I want to play the game. So let me play the game and stop giving me all this automation. But then again, it's like, if you're presented with automation, you're going to use it. If I'm given automation, I'm going to use it. But again, it's going to ruin the player experience a little bit, especially when this game is so fresh. You don't want to do these things early on, like so early on. Like, come on, man, give yourself a little bit of time to grow, get an audience, then give them automation, because people are going to get bored when things are just being done for them. Leave your console on, walk away for 2 hours, come back, you've got everything you need. But with the automation, it does look like the tribe system is very intricate, which I do like, because it looks like your trolls and tribe men and whatever, when you like mind control them, are going to be really involved in things like defending your base. And one of the things I love is one of the masks basically lets you play as one of your tribesmen. So if you tame a tribesman or whatever, you can literally play as that NPC. And it's a thing of like, let's say you have someone who's got better strength stats than you or better archery stats than you, and you want to play an archer for the day, you can mind control them and play as them and go around the world doing things as them. The only downside to that is if they die, they do die. But still, I get to play as a thrall. I don't have to care about my character dying. And when I'm doing PvP, I don't have to like use my character. Cool to me. They've got some pretty decent creature models as well. And when I say they've got some pretty decent creature models, they're more lifelike. They are very, very close to like the real life things, but they're very buggy. I did notice a lot of meshing. So things would be sinking into the ground, and some of the creatures are just way too OP. Like there's this one thing that's like a snake, and this snake just grabs you and you're done. You're done, buddy, you're done. So I think there's a little bit of more balancing to be done, but I think it's going to be something that they do over time. But right now, there's a lot of balancing that needs to be done. But then again, I did play like a demo version. So allegedly, they are saying that there's a lot of changes being made before they get on to doing full release. There's going to be a lot more improvements. So I want to see this because it actually looks good. And the biggest thing for me was like the world bosses. It was again super reminiscent of Conan, MMORPGs. And I'm a big MMORPG guy. I play Neverwinter, I play ESO, I love Skyrim, and it gives me those kind of vibes, especially with the skill class and other things. So this game is going to be pretty fun. I'm going to be definitely playing it because again, I played it and I actually liked it. I didn't get bored in the first like 4 hours, which is a good thing. And to real sense of it, right now, people are kind of looking for an escape from their regular day-to-day open world survival game. Like right now, Ark is kind of looking a little bit, the game is not working. So if something else comes on while I'm waiting for Ark to start being fixed, I'm going to put a little bit of time into that until I can come back to my favorite game. So this is a really perfect time for this game to be coming out right now. I'm gonna talk about this because basically I don't think anyone else is gonna talk about it. When you have a game that's based around a certain culture and a certain people, some people might not feel 100% comfortable playing it. When it goes live, and those PvP servers are going to be the most racist things on the planet. We ain't even going to, don't cap. They're going to be the most racist things on the planet, and we know this. We know this. So is it going to be a thing where people are going to be kind of gatekeeping? Are people going to gatekeep it and other people are going to feel a little bit like, I don't want to impeach on this thing that's been created. I don't know. I feel like it's not gonna be a huge problem, but I feel like it might be a little thing there. Overall, my main opinion is it looks decent. The mechanics are nice. I do think it has a lot of work to be done. It does look like a good title that we could enjoy. And as an Ark fanatic, Ark is this is my game, you feel me? I feel like this is something that we can enjoy in the sense of it's very different, but it's a similar feel. So yeah, let me know if you guys want me to check this game out, because I'm going to be making a series on this and playing the game a little bit. I'm not going to be posting as much of it as I do Ark, but I'm going to be playing a little bit of it. And again, guys, look, I play a lot of games, okay? If you guys want to see me playing other games, doing things like Rust, Conan, 7 Days to Die, DayZ, let me know. I play all these games. I just don't post it on here because I'm not sure if you guys like this kind of content. But if you do want to see me play other games, I do also play story mode games. Let me know in the comments below, and I will start posting more of that content for you guys. Because again, it's all about what y'all want to see me do. Because like I be doing everything, you feel me? But don't forget, if you like my opinions, if you like my videos, make sure to like, subscribe. More Ark content coming out. Just waiting for some things to drop. Ark is kind of like on a down slope right now in terms of content, but it's gonna pick up again. We have a new map coming out, and until next time, I'll see you guys then.